It's great to be together today, and hard to be together because we also remember those who are suffering right now. It's a gift to have my mother with me today, and March of 2003 was a really difficult time for her, and for many of us a really scary time, but I can remember her saying to me that every little child in Iraq is as precious as you are, and she prayed for me and for our team every day as we were over in Iraq. I went with a joint delegation of Voices in the Wilderness and the Christian Peacemaker Team, and we had about 30 of us who were over there, and I saw some of the most difficult things I've ever seen in my life. Whenever there was a bombing, we would go to the home. We would go to the village. We were in the public market when 2 bombs fell on it, and you can imagine the things that we saw. We went to places like the Amaria shelter, which was full with women and children, when 2 smart bombs fell on the roof of it and killed 400 people. Those are the things that we saw. But I also was incredibly moved because in the middle of that pain, hope shine so bright, because we also hung out with kids a lot, and there was one day where we had a birthday party for a 13-year-old, a little girl named Amal, and her name means hope, and so we had this birthday party, and in the middle of the birthday party we had blown up balloons, and we had a huge spread of food, and as we were playing together, the bombs started to fall. And it's shaking the table, and so all the adults gathered together, and we said, well, we better stop the party. And one of those little girls came up to us, and she said, oh, no, we can't stop the party. We have to keep the party going. And then she smacked me in the head with a balloon. And it wasn't just this childish naivety, but it was this deep sense that laughter is more powerful than bombs, that love is more powerful than hatred, and we have to keep playing even amidst the suffering. And we asked Amal that day, as we blew out the candles on the cake, she said, we asked her what she wanted for her birthday, and she said, I want peace. But then she thought for a minute, and she said, but if one night, when everybody was gone from my high school, if one of the bombs hit it, that would be cool too. A woman of great hope. And yet she was turning 13, and she had those dreams still in her mind, even amidst the suffering that she had seen. And it was in the middle of that we walked through the season of Lent. And as a Christian, for me, it was so powerful to experience the hope of resurrection, even amidst bloodshed and death. And there was one particular service. The last image that I had of Iraq was this service where there were thousands and thousands of Christians from all over the Middle East that had come together. And we sang Amazing Grace in Arabic. And then they led us to the cross together, and they said, this cross is about the scandal of grace. It doesn't make any sense in a world of smart bombs, and yet it is this gospel of enemy love that's at the center of our faith. And we prayed together, and the bishops read a statement to Muslim people that said, we believe that you're created in the image of God, and we love you. We love you. And that afternoon I got to meet with one of the bishops, and I said, I'm so deeply moved, as we approach Easter and we think of resurrection, this is one of the clearest glimpses of hope I've ever felt. And then I said something quite ignorant, and I said, I didn't know there were so many Christians in Iraq. And he looked at me and he goes, yes, son, this is where it all started. He said, that's the Tigris River and that's the Euphrates. Have you heard of them? And he said, you didn't invent Christianity in America. You've only domesticated it. You go back and you tell the church in the United States that we are praying for them to be the true body of Christ, to be a people that embody God's love in this world that's starved for grace. And so today, on Good Friday, we remember the suffering, but we also remember the hope that it's Friday, but Sunday's coming. That in the end, life and resurrection conquer. Mourning is turned into dancing, and the universe bends towards justice. In the end, love wins. So let's remember that hope. Amen.